Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of a Bujo setup video. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. That is a sign that we are live. I'm going to mute that for now. Okay, so I think I've made a couple of assessments of things that I need to happen. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to be adding in some zebra mildliners to my squish. But first, one thing at a time. Let's do this first. Let's take a look in the Be the Dragon Inside You journal, book, folder. Okay. So, what have we done so far? Okay, so we have, can you even see what's going on? There. Is that better? Maybe? Too much? Okay. Saw the Bumblebee. Saw the Gary Eves. Did daylight savings time. Had my friend's birthday. Took out the trash. Celebrated my cousin's birthday. Paid the credit card bill. Celebrated Pi Day. Paid the Yahoo. I also paid the cell phone bill and the internet bill. We did a Currently Inked. Spoke to Daniel. Saw Andy B. No, we didn't see Andy B this day. Celebrated Andy B's birthday. Happy birthday. Now we're doing a Bujo setup video. Okay. Okay, where does this go? It's here. There we go. Okay. Have we celebrated any goals? Let me just see. Have we celebrated any goals? Move this over here. Sorry, I can't really decide. This thing keeps moving now. It's driving me crazy. Move this down just a little bit. Maybe it'll stop creeping. There. Stopped creeping. Okay. We haven't celebrated any other goals. Let's see. Future log. Do I need anything in the future log? Nope. Oh, we got a gift. We got a generous gift from our dear friend Shauna over at Cereal Nana. She gave me these beautiful Marilyn lips. It's a pen stand, but I use it for decoration. So, I have too many pens over here right now. Have I received any other gifts? I did receive some washi tape. That's technically a gift, but I don't know where they're from at this moment in time. I haven't gotten any fortunes lately, even though we did have Chinese food. Let's see. Chinese food. Affirmations. Haven't received any good affirmations lately. Actually, I lied. I did do one this week. Hope for the best, deal with the rest. That was a good one, Chris. Favorites. We went out to pizza. We went out to have a 3.14. We had 5-star. If you guys are in the Orange County, Los Angeles County, all parts around the Orange County, California, try Guadalajara pizza. $20, large 14-inch pizza, super loaded. I'll show you pictures here in a minute. I think I meant 228. 314. $5. Let's see, pens I want. Have we gotten any pens that I want? Oh, I lied. I have one pen this year. That's all I've gotten so far. Okay, bills. That is not the pen that I wanted to grab. Paid the rent, the cell phone bill. Paid the Yahoo and the T and the Spectrum, and I paid the white and the gray credit card. And I don't think I'll need any wipes for a while. Peppermint bus pet. I bought toilet paper. I bought soap. I bought melatonin. I haven't done any laundry, and those are at the end of the month. I don't think I'll need any. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see. I got a little bit of peppermint left, so we'll see how that does. I might need to buy some mouthwash soon. I don't think I'll need any rubbing alcohol for a minute either. Okay, so got a question the other day. Why haven't I done 8 more pen questions? Because I'm waiting. That's why. TV and movie shows that I have been watching. So I watched YouTube history. I watched a Marilyn Monroe movie on YouTube. Called Ladies of the Chorus. March 5th. 3/5/25. (1948) with Marilyn Monroe. And because it was so long ago, I think it's still on there. So if you're interested in black and white movies, go check it out. It's a musical. If you don't like musicals, that's on you. I have been watching NCIS Originals. I'm sorry, Origins. I've also been watching NCIS Sydney. I have been watching I Love Lucy, because it's on Paramount Plus, P Plus, YouTube, I've also been watching Matlock. Oh, I finished watching Matlock, the 1986, the new Matlock. 2024. It's a really good plot line. If you guys haven't seen the new Matlock, go check it out. Kathy Bates is amazing. Have I watched anything on Netflix lately? Let me see. There's like no way to look up your past history. What I know of. Activity. Okay. No, nothing on Netflix recently. Okay. That's better. So I did this little washi tape exploration. And I got this wonderful postcard. Thank you, Allison. And then here is this week's printout. I did sort of kind of plan out this thing because I wanted to make sure that I got everything on here. So I did try and put the blood pressures in the order that they were taken, and I've also gone up 4 pounds. Oh well. It's what I get for having yummy food. And then this one I accidentally did sideways. I printed it on the back of this one, so note to self, don't do that again. I need to find some cheaper printer paper. 3.14. We had pizza pie on Pie Day. Did anybody else celebrate Pie Day? Let me know in the comment section below. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all those who are celebrating St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. Had some new food. Haven't gotten any new affiliate credits. Haven't had any meetups with friends. And there's dopamine, my daily dose. Haven't had any feelings. And I haven't sold any pens yet. For those of anybody who wants to know, I have a pen list on the Discord. If anybody's interested in any of these pens, let me know. They're a relatively good price. I've taken 20% off of the retail price. And that does not include shipping. And I will ship it anywhere in the world as long as you're willing to pay for it. Okie dokie. Okay, that's all for now. For that book. Let's see. I went to the Octa Day. To 23p 147 over 75 59. Haven't taken any blood pressure readings since then. Okay. Let's move into this tiny Hobonichi. My pocket Hobonichi. Let's see. Anything else coming up this week? Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. It's also my niece Samantha's birthday. Happy birthday, Sam. I hope you're having a great day, whatever you're doing tomorrow. Paid the Spectrum bill. I'm moving the currently inked to Saturday, and I'm moving the Bujo to Sunday. Currently inked Bujo. Nope. Wrong color. Grabbed the wrong one. Okay, so I did not like what I did here. This is messy and all over the place, and I couldn't tell where anything was, so we're not going to do that again. Excuse me. Alright, we're going to move forward. I think that I'm going to I want to buy another set of pilot frictions. I want to buy the super duper fine, the 3.38 millimeter fine liners. But like, I'm just not sure. So this is a freaking mess. Pills. Ink. Pills. Bin. Dinner, that is. Mail. Shower. More pills. Currently inked. Bujo setup. Gary Eves. Bumblebee. see, what else? Trash. This is probably one too many. Few too many. Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Okay. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go Okay. Mail. Trash. Okay. Cross fingers. And it only bled through a little bit. I have to go to the office next week. Oh. Okay. Alright, well, that didn't work out as badly as I thought it would, so that's good. Okay, what's on the schedule for next week? Spectrum bill got paid yesterday. Oh, my roommate's birthday is today. I need to ask him if he wants a treat for his birthday. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm gonna change this because I need to not have this be a Sunday start. Monday start. Perfect. Trash day. Because it's green, I'm going to do it in green. No, not that color of green. St. Patrick's Day. Sam's birthday is tomorrow. There isn't a whole lot going on this week. Friday. Gary Eves. Currently inked. That's it. Next week isn't very exciting at all. Okay. Let's go into the cousin. In retrospect, I realize I probably shouldn't have bought this book because I could have done everything that I need in my Hobonichi cousin. In my Hobonichi weeks. Okay, let's check the amount of walkies I did this week. 8th. The 8th I did 6,234 walkies. 9th I did 3,537 walkies. 10th was 7,446 walkies. 3,908 walkies. 4,722 walkies. 5,471. 5,349. 3,150. And so far today I've only walked 274. But the day is young. Okay, let's see what's on the schedule. Oh, today is David's birthday. David. Number 15. It's also my grandmother's birthday. May she rest in peace. Okay. We have done all of these things. I don't know how I want to do this. Maybe just like a dot. Took out the trash. Celebrated Talicia's birthday. Went to the doctor for an ear infection. Pills. Ink. Pills. Did. Saw, heard from Lisa. I went to Pi Day. Paid the Yahoo and the credit card. No Wumble Bumblebee this day. Celebrated Andy B's birthday. Currently inked. Saw Womble Bumblebee. Did. No Gary Eves this week. I didn't see him. He was probably on, but I was busy having a shenanigan in the kitchen. Paid the cell phone bill. Let's see, I paid the cell phone bill. The 15th. That was yesterday. Okay. Oops. Eat my pills. To the Bujo. Oh, we're gonna have a cursive writing course. Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna forego the cursive writing course today. This was not the plan at all. Let's see, what did I do with it? Oh. Ink. Bujo setup. I did this. I'm currently doing this. Okay, next week. Next week, not a whole lot has changed. Hmm. 17. Oh, the 17th is St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget to wear green, otherwise you'll get pinched. Okay, what else? I mean, nothing else is going on next week. Pretty much same old, same old. Oh. And then this week I see Lisa on the 24th, 4 p.m. Okay, on to the monthly stuff. Paid cell phone bill, got some melatonin, got some toilet paper, didn't buy any mouthwash, paid the Yahoo bill, boop, oops, boop, and the Spectrum bill. Soap. See. Saw Daniel. Celebrated Pi Day. Okay. had to do 2 tip-ins so far in this stupid Hobonichi because it bleeds through. So this Noodler's Highland Heather bled through. And then also this Hong Dion Brown bled through. I didn't write very much on this day. Boring day. I did another tip-in because this Diamond Golden Brown bled through. Did it currently inked pens? Didn't I saw the Wumble Bumblebee? Let's see. Celebrated Pi Days. Paid the Yahoo. Talked to Daniel. Saw no Wumble Bumblebee that day. Called Lisa. Adma. I've been taking my pills because I had an ear infection. Okay. 3. This pen is starting to run out. Oh no. 3. Maybe it's just because I've got them pointed up instead of laying flat. Gamma plus K. K. 4. J5. Supposed to be on AMOC plus K for 10 days. Didn't see Gary Eves, but I did see the replay. Celebrated Andy's birthday. Happy birthday, Andy. Did I celebrate Andy's birthday? Oh my god, I'm gonna feel really bad if I didn't. Oh, for God's sake. I knew I was forgetting something. I'm so sorry, Andy. The worst friend. What's your favorite color? Green. Your favorite color is teal. So we're going to go with a teal ink. Happy birthday, Andy. I hope you have the best day ever. God, I feel the worst for not paying attention to frickin' Facebook or Instagram. I haven't been doing social media lately. It's just been too much. So I apologize in advance if I miss anyone's birthday, because it's the worst. And clearly, I haven't been paying attention to my Bujo lately, because it's supposed to tell me when things are happening. But I just haven't been really updating my Bujo lately either. I don't know what's going on with me. It's probably because I'm sick. I don't know. Anyway, Andy, I hope you had the best day ever. I'm going to send you this little treat. Let it dry first. There we go. Okay, what's next? David. I'm going to move this tab forward. Okay. Okay, are there any birthdays coming up this week? Samantha's birthday is tomorrow. I need to figure out what her last name is. Oh, I have a new message on Facebook I didn't even know. Oh. Okay. Okay, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how to find my friends anymore. It doesn't have a list of my friends. Oh yeah, it does. It's time to eat pills. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Oh, it is still H. Okay. Good. While I'm thinking about it, I don't know if she's a purple girly or not. We're gonna put some of this in there. This is like one of the worst purple inks. This Amethyst de Laurel. It just doesn't want to be shimmery at all. Fine. Gosh damn it. this is the worst. There's like barely any color to it at all. It needs to be lightened to like 10 shades in order just to see it. Anyway. Okay, sorry about that. I had to make a text message to Bumblebee. She wrote me and asked me. Told me why she was ignoring me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm gonna go out. What else is going on? So, I might move the cursive writing course to tomorrow. Because then we can do like a little project. That'll be fun, won't it? Of course it will. Okay, what's going on? Monday is also trash day. And I need to take out the trash, like, really bad. Let's see. Sam's birthday. Oh, it's also St. Patrick's Day. Probably might eat some delicious, yummy things for St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. We'll see. Friday is a little Bumblebee. And then Bumblebee and Gary Eves. Things that I want to do, things that I want to see. Also, currently inked. PM. On Saturday is a Bujo setup. And then we'll be into it the last full week of the month. So we're definitely gonna do one on next Monday instead of Sunday, because then we will do a monthly setup. Other than that, there's not a lot going on. So anyway, I know that took like a really long time to set up, but this is how things go. Well, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you... Well, oops, wait a minute. Hold on. I just realized. Oh, I already put the note. I did gain 4 pounds. Let's see. What else? Haven't done my 100 yet. Gonna mark off these days. We are on, what is today? Today is day 75. Alright. Now we're done. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Hello, Magosi. Mr. Ghost, how are you doing today? Always wondered why of your channel's name. So, I'm going to age myself. About 25 years ago. I know it seems like a very long time ago. A very long time ago, my dear friend did a thing to me. If I can find the picture of it without taking 10,000 hours. So my dear friend did this to me. It was the first time I ever did drag. Well, this date in the bottom corner was when I developed it. So, then I started doing drag a lot, promoting rave parties, going out in public as Marilyn Monroe. That was 100 years ago and also about 100 pounds ago. That was a very, very long time ago. So, my name is basically a gift. Hello, David Persons. How are you doing today? Yes, very, very old memories. I'm worried about keeping my internal pistons lubed correctly. Oops, I just realized. Which internal pistons are you using? How are you doing? I have an ink question for you as the smartest ink expert I know. Besides Parker, Quink, and a few Noodlers, Eels inks, what other inks have lubricant in them? Oh, Mont Blanc. Oh dear. And have you been able to? Are you like a tinkerer? Do you take your pens apart? That's the question. Because if you take your pens apart, then it's pretty easy. But if you don't take your pens apart, yeah, the Mont Blancs are so expensive. If you're having a rough piston, oh God, what is it called? It's coming. Private Reserve, that's the name of it. So, let me see, do I even has one available? So I don't know any inks that have lubricating properties. However, I do have inks that are don't dry out, because if you're trying to lubricate the piston, the only option that I know, because this is a Wingsung 603, and like the easiest way to get at the piston is just to screw out the nib housing and stick a Q-tip in there, like not like a real Q-tip, but one of these cheap Q-tips. Just bend it on an axis, put a little bit of, dip it in some Twisby liquid, what do they call it? Dust. Nope, I don't have it anyhow. What do I do with it? Uh-oh. So if you have a Twisby pen, they usually come with these little tiny bottles of liquid lubricant, like a silicone-based lubricant. What you can do is you can take and drop just a little bit on that Q-tip and then run it on the inside of that barrel so that it lubricates the sides of the wall. And then that should just screw right back in. And I know that these parts are interchangeable, so it's been proven. But if you're not a tinkerer, and if you're afraid of voiding your warranty, and your piston is becoming sticky stuck, I would contact your Mont Blanc retailer or Mont Blanc's service department, because they are really good about fixing Mont Blanc pins. Dust more often. Sheesh. So when I bought my Mahjong P136, I bought the little wrench that came with it, and it's basically meant for this pen. It's got these little nubbins on it. Both sides have little nubbins. It's got like a key. And you basically see there's little nubbins on this. You stick the little nubbin in that hole on both sides. If I can find the nubbin. And then you just twist. And that should just be able to, you should be able to pull this part out super easy. If it doesn't come out easy, don't force it. Oh wow, there's a whole lot here. Hold on, let me see. This makes sense. Interesting. I'm learning more about how to take Mont Blancs apart and maintain them. I have 30. Wow, you're rich. But I'm very hesitant. Obvious reasons to take them apart. Well, if you have 30 of them, gee. I just had Josh Hamilton and Kirk Spear each work on one pen, and both were excellent. Mont Blanc Repair House is great, very slow. Yes, very slow. These are the problems with Mont Blanc. If you want, you can get a Mahjong, and this is a Wing Sung 630 for a relatively cheap price. And then you don't have to worry about paying lots of money. And they look exactly like a Mont Blanc 149. This one, it just happens to be a squared off section, but they make them opaque with the slits in the side that looks exactly like a Mont Blanc 149. You wouldn't even know unless you had a microscope to read the band, or like X4 glasses, you know. And they're like $30, give or take. Let's see. Oh, what is it called? 630. The Wing Sung 630 is $37. And that might be a good pen to experiment on. They also come in transparent, translucent bodies, and they also have the ones with the slit and ones with the they have the ones with the slit like this, and they also have the ones with a clear band around it. So I mean, it's really nice. Let's see, the Mahjong P136. P136. Oops. 36. Those are $10 right now on AliExpress. No, that can't be real. Oh, sorry, page could not be found. That's what I thought. Oh, that's just for the wrench. Mahjong P136 for the wrench. The pens are $22.48. The P136 is the same size as a Mont Blanc 146. And the 630 is the same size as a 149. I hope that makes sense. But like, I don't know about lubricating inks. The only inks that I think are like truly lubricant inks are like Private Reserve Infinity inks that keep the nib wet. But I don't know. Are there any inks I should flat out avoid? So if you have a sack pen, we have a sack available. So if you have a vintage pen with a sack, one of these little jobbies, it has like a pressure bar. Can you even see? It has like a pressure bar that you press down while the pen is in the ink, and it pressurizes this little sack. If it's a black, if it's like a vintage sack, don't use Pilot Iroshizuku inks in it because it will eat the sack. I don't know why. Something about the acidity being very high. What did I do with the barrel? Dumbass attack. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so don't put Pilot Iroshizuku inks in a sack. Other than that, I mean, for Mont Blanc pens, it says on their little instruction manual to only use their inks in their pens. Well, I don't know how they would figure out if you were using other people's ink in their pens, but you could void your warranty that way. And if you've already done that, then it's too late. I don't know what to tell you. I find that ebonite feeds are better for shimmer inks. Also, sheening inks. Maybe avoid staining inks if you have any demonstrators. Noodler's King Philip Requiem stains really bad. Yeah, silicone grease is a very thick liquid. It's a very thick, viscous substance. I just went down to Walmart and got me one of these sets of crappy brushes. They're in like the art department. And this is Goulet silicone grease. And it's like a thick, goopy substance. Let's see if I can show you. It's like butter. But don't eat it. It's yucca. Very thick. And let me see. do I have a pen that needs re-greasing? I pretty much take apart my pens every time I use them. The only pens that I don't take apart are the ones that I can't take apart. And usually when I'm trying to take a pen apart, only sometimes the piston doesn't come out well, like the Noodler's Nib Creeper. This piston is very difficult to get out, so I try not to disassemble them as much as possible. But some converters don't come apart. What was I having a problem with? Oh yeah, this is Jinhao 9019. This converter doesn't come apart. And I've already got shimmer particles in the piston, and there's no way to take this apart without breaking it that I've found of. So it just sucks when you're like trying to like maintain your pens and they like disable you from maintaining them. It's very upsetting. Like this one also has like a Mont Blanc 149 pen. I put all kinds of shimmer things in here. So, okay, let me get caught up here. Goulet silicone grease, or food grade silicone grease. Not titanium grease. Titanium grease goes on metal threads. Metal threads like the Twisby grape, because there's a metal on metal. But if it's silicone, if it's plastic on plastic, it just needs regular silicone grease. That's good to know about that. What is this? Is to sell their inks use Quink? Most of the time. Quink is fine, but like you're really limiting yourself on inks, color-wise anyway. Silicone is a thick lubricant you can get for the piston if you get wetter silicone lubricant like ones used for hydromods in washes. It's not going to last at all in the piston because the ink itself is going to clean it. How does Noodler's eels? So I have had sort of a staining issue with the the Noodler's eel inks. And I don't know exactly how much they say it's lubricating, but I don't find my pens any more lubricated than before I used the ink on them. So it's supposed to be a design to lubricate the particular because the ink is so much lubricated. Megos, could you perhaps not shout? That would be great. Because it's very difficult to read all of those uppercase letters. Thank you. But if you're writing good paper, it's fine. With the converter only thing to try would be expensive soaking, right? Extensive soaking, right? Okay, so there's how do I explain this? Let's show you with a TWSBI because that's probably easiest. You see how there's like one ring there that's connected to the wall, and then there's another ring on this side that's connected to the wall. Well, they're one piece, but there's like a dip in the middle, and that's where you put the silicone grease in order to keep it lubricated while it's going up and down the piston. But sometimes they make the piston walls very, very thin. You see how thin that piston wall is? And you can see that it's leaking into that in-between space. That's where that gold is going in. And that's what happens sometimes when the piston wears out. And it has nothing to do with the inks that you're putting in there. It's just normal wear and tear. And if you have a newer Mont Blanc, or rather an older Mont Blanc, I would send it off to the factory. Send it wherever they have their servicing center and see if they can fix it. Unless you're willing to fix it yourself, which will avoid your warranty. Which I wouldn't recommend. But like, you're welcome. Anytime I can help. The other pistons that I can't fix are the converter on the Pilot little tiny 40 converters, X40s, S40, whatever this little converter is. I can't take it apart either. That's basically the only ones that I can't take apart. I figured out how to take apart pretty much all of my other pens. And like, if you're not comfortable doing it, don't do it. Call the company, say, hey, I got a piston problem. What do you suggest? Okay, many other questions, comments, concerns? 40 years old, okay. Here, replace the piston, everything else. Exactly, except the nib. Nice, okay. Yeah, that's one of those things. Those very, very expensive pens. It's kind of a toss-up whether you want to fix them yourself or you want to send them off. If you have the money, send them off. Why not? But if you don't, then perhaps finding an option to do it yourself might be in order. And like, the nibs aren't real, they shouldn't be glued in. And like, I didn't need any special tools to just hold the nib firmly with perhaps some of this grippy stuff or like a goulet grip and just give it a good turn. Try not to yoink the nib in any special direction, but just carefully, you know. I'm going to alum to mantina. Oh, you're going to learn to maintain your own pens. I should have done it years ago. Nice. Yeah. I mean, they're really not that difficult to fix them. No. So this Wingsung 630, I just thing all the way down, and inside the here is, you see a flat right there and a flat right there. So you should be able to use the TWSBI wrench Do you have any TWSBI pens? Most of them come with like a little red wrench or a little silver wrench that says Twisby on it. And you just kind of, it just kind of shove it on there and then twist the body towards you. Whoop. Mine's in there a little tight. Okay, I'm going to have to use the metal one. Mine was sticky stuck. So when you buy a Twisby, you buy a Twisby Mini or a Twisby 580, it should come with a little silicone grease and a little wrench. And I just stick the wrench on there. Kind of, that one's not going in. See, this plastic one goes on, but there, and then you should be able to just turn it towards you, and the piston comes right out. You put a little bit of silicone grease in between the little bumps on this. See right there? Might as well do it while we're here, right? Let's get some silicone grease and a little dab will do ya. A little paintbrush. Just gonna swirl that in some silicone grease. Get me a nice good blob on there. Maybe wipe this off. Let's see, we're gonna wipe this off. Tape paper towel, toilet paper. Make sure it's not sticky. Run it under some soapy water. Make sure there's no goop or gunk on it. Okay. You want it clean enough so you'd be willing to stick it in your mouth. That's what I tell people. And then you're going to take that little bloop of silicone and you're going to put it right in between that those little bumps in that little crevice. Put it in that little crevice and then just run it around with your brush. You can use your finger if you want to, and make sure it's just all the way around on both of those little bumps. And then what you're going to do is you're going to wipe off the top of that, because you don't want this part touching the back of the feed with the silicone grease, because otherwise it will disable the ink from going through if it doesn't have a stopper. Some pistons don't have a stopper between the back of the grip section. The back of the grip section, which is flat. Okay, so if you have silicone grease in that little hole, it's going to disable the ink from coming through. So when you're putting your silicone grease, you want to put it just far back enough that it's not touching the end of that. And you want to make sure that that's good and clear of any silicone grease. Okay. And you can also pull your nib and feed. Make sure it's in the pen so you have some leverage, and then just straight apart, thumb on top, straight apart. One good yank should do it. Make sure that's nice and clean so that there's no paper towel or gunk. And then this should be keyed. Put my eyeballs on. this should be, is it keyed? Yes, this should be keyed, so it should only go in one way. So if you look inside the grip section, you will see that there's a little tiny ledge along one of the walls, and then that is the thinner section is where your nib goes. So you can see that there's the two little indentations where you take the tool goes into. You want to make sure that that's kind of lined up generally with your nib. Put your nib on top. Make sure that it's seated all the way, and then you want to wiggle it in gently, and then when it goes, give it a good shove, and then kind of wiggle your nib in there so it's nice and sticky stuck. And it should look just about like that. Okay? Because if you try and put it upside down or inside ways, it won't go. It'll be like, nope, the nib will slip right off of that feed. Okay? And then once your piston is all lubed up, you're going to gently stick it in there. And you can put a little silicone grease on these parts, just whatever's left over on your brush. That'll keep it from being too difficult to slip back in the barrel. You stick that down in there, and then you turn away from you, and just finger tight. You don't want it like 2 finger tight. If it's slipping 2 fingers, good. Then you pull that out, and you want to make sure and run it up and down a couple of times with that silicone grease in there all the way as far as it'll go. And you should have a nice smooth piston now. Finito, et voila. And then these keep coming off. I don't know why. I don't even know why these things are. I never use this stupid thing, but just in case I ever want to sell my pen for whatever reason, I keep these tools for just in case purposes. And then turn it upside down. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Well, what'd you think about that? Should I run water through it? Yes, definitely. Well, you can clean it completely while it's disassembled. You can use a tube brush, use one of these things. Use a tube brush, put some Dawn dish soap in there. make sure that it's very clean before you put it back together and grease it up. Because the soap will deteriorate the... Hi, plain water. How are you doing today? The soap will disintegrate the silicone. Will disintegrate the silicone grease. So don't... When they tell you wash your pens out with ammonia and dish soap, that's going to kill your pen if you're not willing to take it apart and re-grease it. I found this out with my first Twisby. I was just loading it up with dishwater and running the piston up and down, and soon it just stopped. And I was like, why are you doing this to me? I did do nothing to you. And I sent it to Twisby, and they were like, what did you do to this? I said, I just washed it with soap and water. And they were like, oh, that's why. Don't do that. I'm like, oh, well. Thanks a lot. Could have put that in an instruction manual. Of course, once you get it disassembled, you can wash everything good with soap and water, put it in a ultrasonic bath, whatever you want to do to clean it out. But then you've got to re-silicone pretty much everything, because otherwise you'll be able to get it together, but you'll probably never be able to get it apart again. So, things to take into consideration. If you're having problems with ink drying out, this is a really good one. Private Reserve Infinity makes a couple of different colors of Infinity ink. It's rather lubricating. I don't know exactly. I wish that they'd just put their recipes on there. I mean, like, the Food and Drug Administration has to put what's in the product if you're going to put it in your mouth. So, like, why shouldn't fountain pens, ink, and paper be any different? And the only ink that I've actually had stain my pen was the Noodler's King Philip Requiem. Totally a pink pen. Yeah. One last question. Is there any way to clean or not to clean the nib? So if you have a gold nib and it's gold, then it's not going to matter, because I wouldn't use abrasives like bleach on your nib, but I will show you what happens if you clean your nibs that have a silver rhodium plate on them. So this is my Pilot 912 with an FA nib, and because this is... Why are you having difficulty? Don't do it to me. I'm too little. So this is a rhodium plated chipping, and if you can see where the nib is turning silver and where the nib is turning gold, because I've used too abrasive of a material to clean it with. Where can you get Private Reserve? Because they're my partners. Let me see. I'm gonna try Atlas first. So, private reserve. Let's see. Private reserve does have infinity inks of the squat 30 ml bottles. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. Sorry. So you have to make sure it says infinity on it. Infinity have infinity brown, infinity dark pink, infinity pine, infinity blue, and they're $15. Don't forget to use the discount code. If you use the discount code Marilyn Darling, Miss Marilyn 10 at checkout, you'll get 10% off, and I will also get 10%. So don't forget to use the discount codes. Let me see, Pen Boutique. QUE Pen Boutique. Pen Boutique does not have infinity inks that I can see of. Sorry, Pen Boutique. But yeah. Trifeus Infinity samples. If you want a sample, yes. Sample. Oh, let's see. 1938. Yes. Vanessa pens 1938. Oh no. Gosh dang it. Can I just... I don't see any infinity inks on Van Ness either. But yeah, if you guys have input on where to find a sample of it, let me know. Or if you want a sample, I can send you one. But here's the deal. It's time for din. If you want samples, you have to. Pick out at least 20 samples that I might have. And at least 10 have to be chosen. So a minimum of 20 samples have to be chosen, and a minimum of 10 have to be able to be sent. Because I'm not going to send these inks all the way across. I'm not going to send 2 inks all the way across the world. It's just not. You can get them from other places that are cheaper. And you have to pay for shipping too. I will pay for the packaging. Because I am the ink master of our pen club, and I have been blessed with so many inks. I have inks upon paper. So that's the least I can do. Yeah. I've reviewed over 1,000 inks. Let me see, how many inks would that be now? Probably over 2,000 inks by now. Doesn't say how many. I have done 2,437 videos. That's minus the Bujo and the currently inked and the whatever else that's not an ink review. So probably about 2,000 inks. Wow, that's a lot of ink. And I have somewhere between no sample and a little bit of a sample and like half of a dribble of a sample. So if you want it, let me know. Okay, that's all I've got for today. I have rambled on for 2 hours. I can't believe it. Any other questions, comments, concerns? You are so welcome. Anytime I can help. Trying to think, is there anything else that I can bestow of knowledge worth? I know that Noodlers makes lubricating inks. What are they called? So he says that X Feather isn't lubricating ink, but it's not. It's really not. Polar Black, Rattler's Red Eel. The eel inks are basically lubricating, but in my experience, I haven't had a super amount of lubrication with them. They don't feel any more smoother than they did before I emptied them. So I don't know what that's all about. I only have like a couple of eel inks. Hold that thought. 1 second. I might even have any eel inks. So this is Noodler's Navajo Turquoise, or I think it's called Mesa Turquoise now. I don't know. Anyway, all I know is this one is fairly wet. It's a fairly wet ink, so I mean, it might be lubricating. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't have very many quote-unquote lubricating inks. Anyway, if I do think of something, I will let you know in a comment section below, in the description below. So glad to have you guys here with me. Okay, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. If you'd like to become a member, I'd like to give a huge shout out to my members: Cynthia, Rahul, Wolf Kate Witch, Artboy, Vermilion T, Simply Net, and Wobble Bubble Beat. If you'd like to become a member, you can do so for as low as 99 cents a month. Also, don't forget to check out the links in the description to my website. Join the calligraphy class, check out the paper reviews page, join the Discord, and if you'd like to save 10% off on your next order to Pen Boutique or Atlas Stationers, I am an affiliate. When you use my link, you get a discount, and I get a small commission so that I can make better content for all of you. And that just leaves me to say, get out there and enjoy your life. Be with the people you love. Tell them you love them, and I love you to pieces. Have a great day. Okay, bye.